Question number 10, Iain Lees-Galloway.
Mr. Speaker, my question is to the Minister for ACC. On what date did ACC adopt the policy to stop paying compensation to people who refuse to provide a signed, unaltered copy of the ACC 167 form?
Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr. Speaker, the policy in respect of stopping paying weekly compensation to clients who refuse to provide a signed, unaltered copy of the ACC 167 form was first agreed to by the Honourable Ruth Dyson in March 2006 in a briefing paper signed by her as Minister after discussions with officials. Mr. Speaker, point of order.
Point of order, Honourable Judith Collins.
I seek leave to table the 2006 briefing paper to Minister Dyson on the ACC policy of declining 167 forms within minutes.
Leave us sought to table that particular briefing. Is there any objection? There is none. It can be tabled.
Supplementary question.
Order. Supplementary question, Iain Lees-Galloway.
Well, if that was the case, Mr. Speaker, why were claimants able to provide informed consent on a case-by-case basis in lieu of signing the ACC 167 form prior to 2009, but from 2009 onwards, ACC began writing letters to those claimants threatening to cut off their compensation payments?
Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr. Speaker, the question is in relation to the 167 form and the policy adoption which was adopted by the Honourable Ruth Dyson. I don't have detail about any other detail that he's asked.
Point of order. Grant Roberts.
Mr. Speaker, I invite you to consider whether that addressed the supplementary question that the member asked.
It did, because the Minister said that she didn't have that amount of information with her in the House. That's quite acceptable. Supplementary question, Jami-Lee Ross.
To the Minister, what did the court find in the recent decision in respect of ACC's Form 167?
Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr. Speaker, the court found the form ACC was asking clients to sign was not illegal, but it went beyond statutory requirements, and therefore ACC couldn't decline entitlement simply because the client declined to sign the consent form. The court upheld ACC's right to collect relevant medical and other records. I have advised ACC that I expect them to improve the form so that there is no impression given that a person has no options about what information is provided. The form does not explicitly state that only relevant information is required, but it does explicitly refer to the Privacy Act.
Supplementary question, Iain Lees-Galloway.
When did she become aware that the ACC 167 form posed a privacy risk, and that by cutting off payments to those who refuse to fill it in, ACC may have been acting illegally?
Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr. Speaker, given that the courts have in the past upheld many disputes relating to the form, on Friday afternoon ACC's Chief Executive Scott Pickering reported to me that 2 recent decisions of the District Court had overturned ACC's decision to suspend entitlements as a result of a client's refusal to sign an unmodified Form 167. At that time I was not alerted to the potential significance of the issue. On Monday I had told the acting CE that I believe they should look at the issue more broadly, and that it appeared to me as a lawyer that the current form needed fundamental review. I'm assured ACC is revising these forms to address the matters raised by the court, and that they are now also including my recommendation to look at the wider implication of the form. I am aware that ACC had 3 requests under the Official Information Act since 2011 that related to Form 167.
Supplementary question, Iain Lees-Galloway.
How many claimants were threatened with having their compensation cut off if they didn't fill in the ACC 167 form?
Honourable Judith Collins.
Well, Mr. Speaker, given that Ruth Dyson was the Minister in charge when it first started, I can't give that answer to that.
Ask Ruth.
Supplementary question, Iain Lees-Galloway.
Does she think it's acceptable for ACC to retain information it had no legal right to collect, and is she concerned that information will be used in future to deny access to treatment and compensation?
Honourable Judith Collins.
No and no.
Question number 11, Kanwal Singh Bakshi.
Mr. Speaker, my question is to the Minister of Health.